We are all set for the third sprint of the season here in Montreal. Now 5 lights are on. And away we go for the sprint in Canada. Great getaway for George Russell and for Kimi Antonelli, who holds on second place. For the first time this year, Mercedes have actually really good race start. So they hold on to the lead and second place. Then comes Lando Norris ahead of Lewis Hamilton, who's got past Oscar Piastri. But it's George Russell who leads the way on the first lap of 23 in this sprint race, ahead of his teammate and championship leader Kimi Antonelli, who runs in second. Norris is in third, ahead of Hamilton and Piastri, Leclerc, and then comes Max Verstappen running in seventh so far in the Red Bull. But a dream getaway for the team Mercedes, who finally have a really good race start in 2026. They've always had poor race starts in 2026 recently, but for the first time this year, Mercedes have gotten away well, and they find themselves running 1-2 with George Russell in the lead from his teammate Kimi Antonelli. Then comes Lando Norris ahead of Hamilton and Piastri, the top five. Then it's Leclerc and Verstappen and Hadjar. This is the start then. Really good getaway there from the two Mercedes, who finally managed to get off the line well. And you can see there Hamilton looking to go down the inside of Piastri. Almost thought about going around the outside of Lando Norris. But Norris managed to do well to hold on to third, and Hamilton will just have to stick behind in fourth there. This is on board of Hulkenberg, who sees the Alpine of Colapinto on his inside, and then that is how Hulk went off the track. You can see it's getting close between the two Mercedes, and I think Isaac Hadjar is dropped down to 11th. I wonder if Hadjar's got a problem. Oh, Hadjar's got an engine problem. That is an absolute disappointment for the young Frenchman in the Red Bull, who was running in the points, and unfortunately his sprint is going to come to a very early end as Antonelli looking to have a go at Russell, almost onto the grass there. Russell holds on to the lead for the time being, but now Antonelli has got a great slipstream down towards turn one. He's close to Russell, he's side by side with Russell, and he's off the track. Antonelli off the track, and that will surely keep George Russell in the lead. What just happened there between the two Mercedes? Tension boiling for the two Silver Arrows. Did George Russell force Kimi Antonelli off the track there? Because if he did, Kimi Antonelli, I'm saying, is going to be a very unhappy boy. So let's see what happened then. Antonelli round the outside, and did they touch? I think they did. Antonelli got forced off. I wonder if the stewards will look at that. You can see Antonelli is closing in again. He's going to go down the inside of George Russell. He looks up, and off the track again goes Kimi Antonelli. Way airborne, going through the grass there. That will surely hurt Antonelli's floor, and through goes Lando Norris for second. Kimi Antonelli reporting that was very naughty on the radio with that incident he had with George Russell. That is tension boiling down at Mercedes. You can see Antonelli went for the move on Russell, then went onto the grass and went very airborne going through the grass. That surely hurt Antonelli's chances of catching Russell now. So Russell leads.
Kimi, focus on Norris. Focus on the driving.
He put me up.
Kimi, concentrate on the driving, please, and not on the radio moaning.
Toto Wolff getting onto the radio there to calm Kimi Antonelli down. You can see a few battles going on there. Russell is reporting, what the hell is Albon doing? He's just in the middle of the roadway. But now he's out of the way as Russell holds on to the lead with Norris and Antonelli putting pressure on him, as Piastri is continuing on the mini screen, as you can see, trying to catch Hamilton. This is on board of Hamilton then, covering off Piastri into the final chicane and trying to avoid the wall of champions. Oh, Hamilton did touch the wall, but I think he got away from a puncture, so I think he should be okay for holding on to that position there. Lap 22 of 23, you can see how close it is between the top three going into the hairpin. Russell, Norris goes a bit wide. That could give an opportunity to Kimi Antonelli coming out of the hairpin. This is a battle for P2 he's got now. Has he got enough boost to get closer to Norris and take it away from him? Piastri could do the same to Hamilton. Well, Antonelli has a little look, but Norris keeps him at bay in the battle for P2 as Piastri goes round the outside of Lewis Hamilton into the chicane. As Piastri got through, he rides the curb. Hamilton backs out as Antonelli goes round Norris, and he's gone off the track as Antonelli. That has surely hurt Antonelli's chances of winning now. Gives the place back to Norris. That's surely it for Kimi Antonelli. Oh, Antonelli, you didn't need to do that. Antonelli went for a move round the outside of Norris, and off the track goes the championship leader in the Mercedes. Not what Kimi Antonelli wanted to do. He had a shot of getting second place, and surely that's his chances of not only the win but second place gone for our championship leader, who's locked up and went off at turn 1 for the second time in this sprint race. Not what Antonelli will be liking, I'm sure. Meanwhile, as we were watching that, this is Piastri and Hamilton very close to contact, and Piastri squeezing Hamilton towards the wall of champions, and through went Charles Leclerc to take 5th place away from Hamilton. I'm sure Hamilton's not going to be happy. George Russell, who of course won here in the Grand Prix last year, is about to start his possibly championship comeback with a sprint win here in Montreal. He'll be trying again for the big points tomorrow, but George Russell comes out to the final chicane and proves once again why he loves Canada. George Russell wins the sprint in Montreal ahead of Norris and Antonelli. Antonelli tried everything, but he will be very disappointed with what happened today. Oscar Piastri finishes 4th, just ahead of Charles Leclerc, who finishes in 5th ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Verstappen will finish 7th, and Arvid Lindblad takes the final point for Racing Bulls. Colapinto 9th, Sainz 10th, Sergio Perez and Cadillac take a bow. They finish 11th with their best finish in Formula 1 in any format.
That was very good. Kimi, so let's check his flag.
Yeah, we need to race like this, then good enough.
Kimi, now it's the first time to talk about this. We talk about this internally and not on the radio, okay?
Toto Wolff is trying to calm Kimi Antonelli down. I mean, Kimi is not so happy. I mean, he's still happy. He still handshakes his teammate George Russell, but Antonelli will be a very unhappy boy going into Grand Prix qualifying later on. But George Russell is your sprint winner here in Montreal, and that could be a moment that might have decided the championship, or that has definitely changed the championship. Russell's won the sprint with Antonelli 3rd. The gap is now 18 points going into the Grand Prix tomorrow. The two Mercs are giving us a cracking battle for this championship.